Hey guys, how are you doing? Ardashir is here from TechBug channel. In today's video, I'm talking about startup visa and I'm focusing on France startup visa actually. If you have watched my channel, so far I have covered different types of countries that provide startup visas. So far I have covered startup visa UK, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Chile, Belgium. And I'm trying to cover as much as I can so that we can reach the point that we have covered all of the countries and we should be aware of all of the available programs on earth, and then it could be easier for us to make decisions to launch our startup in the best country that is suitable for us. So that is the goal, and I'm trying to research as much as I can as soon as possible. Thanks for watching me because I'm going to go through this process. So I was like, let's record everything so that we can see together. So let's just dive into the video. Okay, I usually start with this, with Google, sort of Visa France, and I try to find the government website. Okay, so I can see that this is government.fr and this one as well. Self-employed person, gov.fr. Yes, right. So in French, they probably write government like that with GOU. So I can make sure that this is the government website, gouv.fr. So this is important to know. Some countries they don't have proper government websites, and we don't have any choice. I would say probably Spain, that I will cover in my next videos. It doesn't have proper website, and they didn't mention specifically about the requirements and everything. But it's in those scenarios we need to uh, find and research information from other websites as well. So that's good that government has some information here for France. Right, without wasting time, let's see what do they have. So probably they call it self-employed person or liberal activity, and your situation. You want to create or participate in commercial, industrial, artisanal, or agricultural activity to work in a liberal profession in France. That could be related to a startup visa and your visa. You will be issued with a long stay visa equivalent to this VLS resident permit, bearing the statement entrepreneur, profession, liberal, or self-employed in regulated liberal profession. So probably they call it this. It's valid for 1 year on the condition that you apply for your visa validation in the 15 days following your arrival in France. As soon as you arrive, you must complete all the formalities allowing you to carry out your professional activity in France. You need to have some supporting documents. If you want to set up a new business, you must be able to demonstrate the economic viability of your project. If you want to work in a liberal profession or an activity that has already been created, you must be able to prove that you have sufficient financial resources that is equivalent to the minimum legal wage in France for a full-time worker. The required supporting documents related to your personal and professional situation are indicated in the visa. I will open all of these links and check later. Right. Okay, so they didn't mention specifically about the start of visa, so I guess we need to research more. Visa application guidelines, maybe. No, this is post application confirmation. Professional purpose, business travel, self-employed person, job search, business creation, international talents and economic attractiveness. It should be this one actually. I guess we this should be the proper one. Okay, as far as I see, the visa that we checked wasn't the correct one, and France has another one, which is French Tech Visa. Right. The French Tech Visa is a simplified procedure dedicated to the French tech ecosystem, enabling international talent in the tech sector to settle in France. The French Tech Mission has joined forces with Business France to set up this procedure. Right. What is the French Tech Visa actually? This visa is a simplified procedure dedicated to players in the ecosystem, allowing them to obtain a 4-year renewable resident permit, known as the talent passport, for three categories. Right. The first category is French Tech Visa for employees, which is not our case. It's like a skilled worker in the UK that you apply and work for a company. And it's another one is French Tech Visa for founders. This visa is for founders of startups selected by partner incubators. Probably this is the correct one. And then French Tech Visa for investors. This visa was created for foreign business angles or investment funds wishing to open offices in France. Okay, so advantages. Valid for 4 years, includes family, is renewable under the same condition as long as your situation is French. France remains unchanged, adapts to life changes. If these conditions are no longer met because your life situation has changed, you can apply for another resident permit. Doesn't require a work permit. It's not necessary to apply for a work permit for salary talent passport. Renewable. The French tech visa is renewable under the same conditions as long as your situation in France remain unchanged. French tech visa for founders. This visa is for startup founders who are nationals of a country outside of the European Union, the European Economic Area, and Switzerland. So that is our case, with the exception of Algerians. So Algeria is like part of the France, like colonized by France, and who wish to set up the innovative project in France and develop their startup there. To be eligible for the French Tech Visa for founders, the founder must prove the existence of an innovative economic project that they wish to develop in France. It's similar to other countries. You need to have innovative, scalable business idea, and also you need to have your business plan that is well written. This part is very similar. Recognition of the project by a public body like state, local authorities, public establishments, publicly owned company, or etc. Right, and probably they are saying that your project need to be endorsed by some endorsing bodies like the UK that they have endorsing bodies, or like Portugal, which they have incubators. If I'm not mistaken, they have some incubators that they need to prove your application. But let's see. And also adequate means of subsistence with income equivalent to the minimum wage. To find out how to apply, prepare the, let's click here. Yeah, that's it. Right. Is it French? La French Tech aims to bring out successful startups by building on the initiatives of its member. Many French tech initiatives have been taken by the French tech to attract foreign talents. This visa is one of these initiatives. For international startup founders selected by partner incubators and accelerators. You can turn your project into reality thanks to the French Tech Visa for Founders procedure, which will enable you to obtain the talent resident permits and thus develop your startup with all the peace of mind you need. Are the eligibilities? Startup founders may be granted a multi-year residence permit marked as talent innovative project if they provide evidence of First of all, an innovative business project they want to develop in France, like the business plan that they you can explain everything literally. Second, recognition of the project by a public sector body. We need to see if there is any incubator or public endorsing bodies that we can get our confirmation. And third, sufficient annual financial means corresponding to the minimum wage, which is 21,000 euros. Okay. Authorized length of stay. The validity period of this permit depends on the nature, characteristics, and duration of the proposed project. The maximum duration is 4 years on a renewable basis. There is a tip here. If the planned length of a stay is less than a year, foreign nationals can apply for a long stay visa equivalent to a residence permit, which is validated and directly online upon arrival in France. This is valid for up to 12 months. If foreign nationals wish to stay in France beyond this period, they may apply for 4 year talent residence period. So probably if we want to apply, we apply for 4 years resident permit. So how is the procedure? So international people can apply for talent innovative business project under the French Tech Visa for Founders procedures. So there are some steps that we need to know about them. Right, step one, application to one or several of the French Tech Visa partner incubators and accelerators. Interesting. So they clearly mention here the accelerators. So these are the list of incubators and accelerators labelized for the French Tech Visa. One, two, three. Roughly around 50, 40-ish, 40, 50 incubators. That is a good thing. And we need to apply to these incubators, and we need to through their regular process of selection. And an incubator or accelerator supported by French tech capital or requests of the support from two members of the French tech ecosystem who will each issue a letter of support. So probably we need to get one or at least one incubation offer from one of these incubators to secure our startup. So this is like Portugal. Probably if you have watched that video, I told you that I applied for Portugal and I got a few offers from incubators. And now this is the same case. Nice. So when we get our when we apply for incubators, we can go to step two. After being selected by any of the incubator or accelerator partner of the French tech, by an incubator or accelerator supported by the French tech capital, the startup founder must apply for the recognition of the innovative nature of his or her project on a dedicated website. Okay, as far as I understand, after we apply and get confirmation from one of those incubators and accelerators, we can go to a step two and apply for this label, apply for the recognition of the innovative nature through this website. Okay, so if you want to request for a certificate recognizing the innovative nature of a project as part of a visa application, we need to start the procedure with France Connect. Create an account here. And then let's see. Each founder must make an application as he or she will receive a certificate with a unique number after the application has been validated. So if there is few founders in your project, Each one of them need to apply separately. The personal information to be filled in is that of the founder and not that of the person within the partner incubator. The certificate issued is intended to facilitate the obtention of talent passport. Under this, applicants supported by incubator are eligible if they present an innovative economic project understood as any project aiming to market a new or significantly improve product or process or a new marketing or organizational method, regardless of the type of innovation implemented. Technological, product, service, usage, process, organizational, everything. Non-incubated founders who have letters of support from ecosystem players like research organizations, laboratories, qualified personalities are also eligible. The company may not yet have a legal existence or may already have been registered abroad. Projects may be carried out by several people provided that they all hold executive functions within the company. At the end of the process, you will be asked to add documents proving your identity, your incubation, and the support you receive. Please note that the email address used. What are the required attachment? Letter of support. It's optional, they said. It's here they say optional, and here they say what are the required attachments. Um, Attach a photocopy of your passport. Attach a document proving affiliation to the incubator, reference by French Tech Visa. This is also mention option. I don't understand this. So probably these are essential, I would say. Okay, so we need offer or letter from incubator. We need letter of support. We need letter of support for the incubator not listed by French Tech Visa. What are the processing time for this procedure? Based on 90% during the last 30 days, the instruction time is, in the best case scenario, 12 days. If your file requires minor adjustments, the instruction time is about 1 month. If your file is missing some information which requires a lot of exchanges with the administration, the instruction time is around 4 months. 12 days is interesting, but hopefully it's not like Portugal, which just they say a number. Okay, so that was the step 2 that you read about. And then step 3. Okay, before step 3, there is something here. If this word, direction, general, something is French, I don't know French. If this acknowledges the innovative character of your project according to different criteria, you will receive an acknowledgement letter from the Ministry of the Economy. So they check basically, and then if they think that it's innovative, they give you a letter or like that. And then step 3, if that letter will issue an official letter of acknowledgement of the innovative nature of the project. And then step 4, the applicant should enclose this letter with the application for either a long stay visa marked as Talent Innovative Economic Project, which will be submitted to the embassy, or a residence permit marked as Talent Innovative Economic Project, which will be submitted on this website and processed by the like it's like the embassy. Applying for residence permits. So there's a diagram to see talent residence permit. First of all, we need to prepare the visa and residence permit applications by the international talent. Then visa application will be submitted to the embassy, and then visa issued. You will be in France, and then resident permits. You request your resident permits online by the international talent on the website, and then residence permit will be issued for you, and then stay may be extended by request at there. Okay, this is the whole process. Applicants living outside France should apply to the French consular authorities in their usual place of residence. The application for a talent long stay visa authorizes entry into French territory for the foreign company leader and is initiated on the official France visa website. The procedure should be initiated no earlier than 3 months before the date of arrival in France. Upon arrival in France, the foreign national will be entitled to work immediately with this visa. Once in France, the foreign talent must apply upon arrival for the relevant talent resident permit. Once the application is validated by the prefecture via the platform, the foreign talent will receive a certificate of approval which will be equivalent to a residence permit until the talent goes to the appointment at the to get the definitive resident permit. Documents required. Applicants can obtain lists of exactly which documents are required for a resident permit. Here, list of documents. The cost must pay a tax of €200 when the payment is plus 25. So, and there are some documents here. The spouse and dependent children of the holder of a talent resident permit will have accompanying family status. The spouse should apply and will be issued with a talent family residence permit. This permit authorizes the family to stay and undertake any paid employment in France as long as the foreign employee's residence permit is valid. Administrative cost is 225 and 99 per visa for accompanying family. List of documents. Applicant for long-term visa documents. So these are not important for now, I would say, because we are focusing mostly on the startup visa requirement, not the visa requirement actually. We are focusing on the documents. Visa France. Is there any financial requirement for startup talent for French talent visa as founder? Yes, there are financial requirements for the French talent visa support passport visa for founders. They need to demonstrate the economic viability of the business project and also provide proof of sufficient personal finance resources. Specifically, they must invest at least 30,000 in the business and show they have enough money living. I didn't see this actually. Where did they mention? To be eligible, the company founder must provide evidence of. Yeah, I saw this somewhere. Was it this one? But the website is different. Welcome to France.com. But it's very similar to the government website. Anyway, to be eligible, the company founder must provide evidence of a qualification corresponding to a master's degree or equivalent, or at least 5 years professional experience. So we need to have degree level education or like demonstrate the professional experience if you have managed a business for like 5 years at least, plus existence of a real and serious plan to form an economically viable business in France. The applicant must obtain online a letter certifying the existence of a real and serious plan to form an economically viable business in France via the platform, and an investment of at least 30,000 euros in the planned business. So this is the bit deal breaker, deal breaker, because I remember in Italy they asked for 50,000 euros, and 50,000 is a lot of money, and 30,000 euros is much better, but still that's a lot of money that might be challenging for a startup founders that they are focusing on bootstrapping their business. So every time there is a number that could be deal breaker and prevent applying for that startup program. And additionally, we need to have sufficient annual financial means corresponding to the minimum wage, which is 21,000 euros. So this is the fund that you need to support yourself, which is 21,000 euros, which is around less than 2,000 euros per month. So it's not very cheap actually living in France. As you can see, you need to have this amount of money plus invest 30,000 euros, and it will be very difficult for many of us. Yeah. Guys, listen up. I just found out that there isn't any minimum investment. So that was for another type of French tech visa, which was for investors. So it seems for a French tech visa as a startup founder, there is no minimum investment amount specified, but you need to demonstrate sufficient funds to support yourself and your business. Yeah, telling you, I didn't see something like that in the official website. And then if we go inside again, yeah, as you can see, France attract startups. This was the one that we were checking. So an innovative business project like business plan get offer from incubators and sufficient annual financial means to support yourself, which is 21,000 euros. So there isn't any minimum investment that they clearly mention. So I would say we can consider France for a startup as well, and we can go through this process, provide your business plan. Let me tell you what. First of all, when you go through this process, try to prepare everything. If you have your MVP, that's a good thing. And definitely before that, you need to have your business plan, or at least in the simultaneously, you need to work on both business plan and also your MVP. And once you are done, you can start applying, you can start researching and maybe watching my videos, and we can understand if the country is proper choice for you or not. And then you can start applying one by one once all of your documents and your application are ready. So you can consider France as well. It seems they have a good support and they didn't make it very difficult for founders. So far, it's one of the good choices, especially because of the location, which is in the heart of Europe, and this is one of the best countries, I would say. But the only problem that I have is the language, which I don't have any clue about French, and it's a bit difficult to live in a country that they don't talk English, and especially French. So there are some pros and cons that we need to be aware of them, and our case are different from person to person, but we can consider this as well. Just think about this country as well, and make sure you watch rest of the videos that I create in the following days so that you can understand the best possible country for you. Maybe you can apply for a few countries. This is the approach that I'm doing actually. So I suggest that to you as well, to apply as much as you can to increase your chance. Brilliant. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe and like the video. I don't want to just promote this like all of the channels, but if you can like the video, that would be great for me. And subscribe, and also let me know what you think, because I can improve the videos. I can make better content as well. But the whole idea is to just show my research with you without any fancy edit or a specific uh, transition or something. This is more natural, and I try to just show you whatever I think about the whole process, because I have been through this process and I just want to share with you whatever I have learned and the way I research. That could be some takeaway for you, hopefully, finger crossed. That's why I'm recording these videos, to be useful for anybody that is in this process. And this channel is not just about a startup visa and this kind of immigration paths. As I told you, I've been I'm a researcher in a university, and I'm also active in industry. So I try to share all of my experiences and daily challenges and activities that are I'm dealing with in this channel. Hopefully, could be useful somehow for you. Thanks very much. See you in the next video. Take care.